call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop. No, I'm never second guessing.
We're going to be putting it all on the line this game. The Dolphins are playing the Buffalo Bills this Saturday at Buffalo. This is probably the most important game of the season. I really think it's going to show what we're made of because we are coming off of a 2-game losing streak, and a lot of people are writing us off. A lot of people are writing us off as a playoff team, as whatever it is. I think there's a lot to expect this game. I think first and foremost, Mike McDaniel, if you watch his press conference, I'm starting to see that Mike McDaniel, he doesn't act like a first-year head coach. The way that he talks, and what you're going to see this game is that he's going to fix him. He even said in his press conference that he's starting to notice that Tua is playing frustrated, which is not a good thing. And what he means by that is that things aren't going the way he wants them to. So he's trying to force things out of anger and frustration, and he's not playing with a calm, level head like he was used to. And him saying that in the press conference makes me really feel that I think the last couple of weeks what happened is because of the offensive line issues and all of that, Tua has stopped really going through the progressions like he used to and just tried to, keep hitting the same plays. And Mike McDaniel, he has acknowledged that. I think you go from the first game where he's missing a couple throws, and then you go to the second game, you still trusted him, and he's a little bit off. So you need to recuperate and redo what you're doing and show him the way that he needs to play. Mike McDaniel's going to do that this coming week. You're going to see Tua have a high completion percentage again. He's going to start doing more shorter plays. I think we are going to start drives with short passes to get Tua's confidence up, because I think what they were trying to do is just rely on Tua, and they start to see that he's a little bit not fully the way that he was. The bye week kind of screwed him up a little bit. So we're going to hit a bunch of short passes and allow him to gain his confidence and then move the ball down the field. He still will take a deep shot if he sees it, but I think there's going to be a lot of short passes. There's going to be a lot of high percentage passes and high percentage plays that will allow Tua to get his confidence back as a passer and will kind of move the ball all around the field and not make him have to throw it 20 yards, because he was getting into a groove, and what happened was that groove was kind of outdone when it was Houston, and then it was the offensive line was a little shaky, and now the last 2 games he's kind of lost a little bit of his confidence, and that's big with Tua because Tua goes with accuracy. So if you're not confident in your accuracy, you're gonna not be accurate. Like he was saying in his press conference, is that what he was noticing is that most of the year the first read was open. And then he would go through his progressions, but he wasn't facing pressure like he was in the last couple of games, and that was the big thing, is he was facing a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot different when you have all this time. I mean, any quarterback, you'll see it. Any time that their offensive line is struggling, they're also struggling because they don't have the time to look through every progression. They have to get the ball out. So I think that's what was happening with Tua, and it started kind of making him force these throws. We all have to understand that this is the first year that Tua has been in the MVP conversation. This is the first year that he's been in the Pro Bowl. I mean, this is a lot of firsts for him. It's one of those things that he's not used to any of this, so he's still learning, and you have to expect that he's going to continue to learn. And these past couple of games, they are a learning process for him. So we need to allow him to learn and allow him to get better by losing and by failing, because a lot of the time Tua has just been successful, and when he fails is when he learns the most, it seems. So it hasn't been for a while that he's kind of been unsuccessful, and now it's time for him to sit back and learn from his unsuccess, and this will get him better, because this will allow him to change his mentality of not just trying to hit the deep ball, not just trying to do all that, but trying to hit every person that is open and allow his team to move the ball. And the last thing I can definitely expect is we are going to get sacks on Josh Allen. I mean, we had a lot of pressures the last time that we faced Josh Allen, and now we have Bradley Chubb, which allows Jalen Phillips to now get more into the backfield. I think we're going to have a lot of sacks on him. We're going to make it tough on him. I think people are starting to write off. I mean, again, teams are not scoring a whole bunch against us. We're holding them on a lot of plays. So I can expect that we're going to get a lot of sacks on Josh Allen. He's going to try and run, and we're going to bring him down. I think we have a better defense than when we played them the first time. And I think it's going to show just by the way that we play on the field. I think you're going to see a lot of defensive pressures, and I think you're going to see a lot of Josh Allen also panicking. He has not played the same, or I can't even say it, he has not played that great the last game and the game before that, and he's been, on a lot of lucky ends of the winning side. When he played the Detroit Lions, I mean, they knocked Mike White out of the Jets game, and that game was close. I don't think that this team is like a juggernaut that everyone's making. I think they've just come on the winning side a couple more times than the Dolphins have, and I think it's going to be a big fight this Saturday. Everybody, don't jump off that bandwagon. I know there are a lot of people that are trying to. Fins up. We are going to put up a huge monster fight this weekend, and this is not going to be an easy game by any means for this Buffalo Bills team, and I can even see us taking the W in this. So, fins up. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.